Hey guys, I was like upstairs and I was like, what deck am I going to use? What's the message about? Because I have not a clue. Um, so I've sat down and I'm drawn to the true crime deck. But I think the people who this is going to be for, you're a little bit confused about something. So let's find out what's going on. You've like, whew, you've planted seeds, right? Because there's the Seven of Pentacles at the bottom of the tarot deck. And it's like, it's been a while now since you've planted them and you're working hard. And I think you're wondering, that's right, Lionsgate portal, right, so you're wondering why your manifestations haven't come in. Right? You're wondering why your manifestations aren't coming in. This is because you were up against a group of people who just do not align with you. They didn't want your plans to succeed. They've tried to distract you. They've tried to attack you, emotionally manipulate you, I'm being told. You put your boundaries up and you've blocked and you've done everything that you can. And still there's some form of attacks going on. But it's okay, you're aware. You're aware now. Now, this is going to confirm this is for you. You're connected to the beach somehow, to the sea. This is what brings in your healing. And that, my friend, has kept you alive. I'm being told, as well as other things. Okay. So, they've been trying to block your manifestations from coming in. What you dreamt of, what you're trying to build. And I'm drawn to my original deck again. Yeah, right. So, you're highly spiritually aware. And you started the journey a while ago. Right. You are the Empress. Male or female? They've been making you, trying to make you feel now that you are not deserving to receive. That you have to grind and grind and grind to get hardly anywhere, to get a centimetre in front to go a few metres behind again. You made the plans and you've got determination. You're the King of Wands energy. You're determined. You're not going to let this interfere with what's happening. You've juggled to balance everything. A fine art, I'm being told. It's like a fine art to you now, how to do this. That's why the wheel is going in your favour. You took the leap of faith. I knew this next card was coming out. Two of Cups. Right. So, and the Divine Counterpart. My heart chakra, like, really, it's wanting to get a message out. And that's why I was like, what deck? Because I was split between the True Crime deck and the Love Oracle. And I just said, guide me. And, right? So, you found the love within, despite them trying to project on you, try and ruin your reputation. Like, it's pathetic. That's what I mean. It's pathetic. You don't have to justify any bit of yourself, of the spiritual warfare that you've gone through, survived. And created magic along the way. And because you see, quite frankly, who you are, there is no foggy brain. You know the truth. You have the receipts. And because you gave it to the light of the universe, the divine, the angels, the archangels, the spirit guides and ancestors, you didn't seek revenge. You didn't do anything but follow your path and stand up for yourself and set the boundaries and speak out when you needed. You survived something that was meant to put that card into reverse. Because of that, you get a divine counterpart in. Now, this came after the Two of Cups. This is why I'm like, this is the divine counterpart. I feel you've probably done, because of the Two of Pentacles, you balance in inner and outer, you know. You're going to be successful. And this is after conflict, mass conflict in your life that all you were doing was defending. You're going to get invested into. And this is after rest. Now, here we go. A higher commitment. Now, you know you have a higher commitment with your team. You're well aware of that. But it's a higher commitment coming in, and it's teamwork. Of an emperor. Oh yes, this is definitely turning into the Empress and the Emperor. This has been stagnant because it's death to this not happening, because it's coming in quickly. Oh, right. Split the deck to the Ten of Wands and the Five of Pentacles. Wow. Right, so this is after the Emperor. They've been carrying heavy burdens like you. They've been left out in the cold. They've probably suffered health issues along the way and conflict. But judgment is being called on this conflict. The judgment and the justice that you receive is stability, a stable home life with your Ten of Pentacles. Wow. Right. We're going to go now to the Love Oracle. Let's just see if there's any messages there. Right. Right. Here we go. Wow, right. Please, can you clarify what energy is coming out here? I don't think it's the Emperor. This is what I was picking up on. Right. Sorry, I have to get comfy. Right. There's an energy you've left behind. And they're depressed because you have. Now you're absent. You found self-love. They know you're irreplaceable. They were worried about gossip. They sabotaged it all. And now they are in regret. This energy is pulling on you. Right. Please confirm that this energy is not the Emperor. Justice card came out. There's choices. You've got someone who really fumbled you it's coming into action. They're planning. The Emperor's planning. And you're going to get your happy ever after because you chose to heal. This other person didn't. They didn't. They're in regret. And the next card was habit. And they're not choosing to heal. And because you chose to heal, you're coming out of where you were when you met this person, and you're unaligned, and you know that your inner reflects your outer. You're getting the most joyous card of the deck. Now I'm talking about a collective here. You don't go out much. You know, like as in the sense of to find someone. So you go out in other ways to like enjoy nature and things like that. But we're talking to like quite celibate group of people. And you don't give your energy away to many people. This energy, this other energy was like stuck in their ways. This is moving quickly, and I have a feeling you're going to move. My eyes drawn to this card, and you're going to go away. You're running away with the Emperor or Empress. You're going on holiday and you're going to have fun and you're going to live life, and it's someone who has done their own healing and who absolutely will cherish the ground you walk on. It's time to drop the heavy burdens. And you have no idea this is happening behind the scenes. Just know that the old energy, I think you thought, being the energy I'm picking up on, you thought that this was a soul tie. And the energy was good at the beginning. But it was like they were masking their true energy, and that's come out along the way, and it kind of shocked you, and it kind of like had you confused, like I was at the beginning. You were confused. Now they're coming through in the cards, but that is an Emperor energy, so they're pulling on your energy. Emperor, Empress, depending who you are in this. This old energy is pulling. They're wanting through. And you're just like, no, sorry. And you're picking up on that energy. They want to be the obstacle. They know. They know you're moving on. They know it's written in the stars. And they know they deceived you. You can't write the script. King of Cups in reverse. They weren't who they said they were, who they came across as they were, and they played mind games with you. Highly, highly narcissistic traits. Yeah. You were lovers with them. And it just left you with disappointment and sadness when things started to unravel. They came in with the cup of love. You detached because you could see this wasn't going anywhere, and you grew alone. They were always coming in with like this, like, I want to say weird energy. Almost like wanting to pick an argument. Weird energy. that they tried to hide who they really were. They pretended they were this King of Pentacles. So they were highly show-offy at first. And that isn't what impressed you. And I think you're quite open about that. Yes, it's nice to be stable, etc. But it's not what you base your relationships on. You spotted this a mile off, and you took the leap of faith, and you get your 3D material wealth from the divine, and you working together and gifting you new ideas, because you hermit moded, found the light within, and followed the guidance after this trickster energy came into your life. You became the King of Swords energy. You know, you're very clear on who you are. You're very clear on the ideas given now. Oh, this other energy kind of like always wanted to argue your beliefs and argue your ideas. It was like you were very encouraging to them, but they couldn't give a hoot about, and almost found you, sorry, I'm getting comfy again, and almost like belittled you. And that energy left you feeling stuck. But you will be celebrating soon, and very quickly, your dreams are coming true. You did this all alone, and with that energy coming in on top. The wheels are turning, you're sailing into calmer waters, and you're certainly not bound, and you're certainly not trapped. You will be victorious. This is a cycle to close out, and again, this is going to lead, I've shuffled, this will lead to commitment, not only from team, which you have fully, but from the divine counterpart. Whew. No wonder I was confused. So I've had my like heart chakra being pulled at, but I'm totally confused as well. And I was like, what is happening? So you've survived you've just tongue tie. Oh, this person coming into you, the energy's there. He doesn't know what to say. I'm just checking the decks aren't mixed up. Wow, right. So this person coming in, yeah, you're gonna have them tongue tied. This other person, you know fine well they're not the one. But you turned that energy when you were getting like shown the truth of the person, you've alchemized that. It's quite apparent. And so yeah. Wow guys, I hope this helps someone. So you know what to do. You have to completely release that other energy. Like completely. You've seen with your own eyes, you can't unsee now. Game over. Whew. I'm just looking at the 1A, fresh start. This one's a soulmate. Okay guys. Namaste. Good night.